food records, like where do you find the ovens or whatever it takes to make these things that are big enough to even make them? And I've seen when you did a report on the biggest, I think it was Snickers or something like that in the world, not too long back, and that thing, I seen a picture of it. It was huge. You'd have to have a forklift just to load it.
Well, they can. It was a Snicker company, the 3M whatever candy company, Mars Candy Company did it. But you know what? A woman in Virginia, broke the record. She has a collection. You ready for this, guys? Of 1,456 beaver-related items. What do you think about that, Ryan?
That is very odd.
Beaver. I could see it if it was Leave It to Beaver, Wally and Theodore. But, 1,456 beaver-related items. And it shows a picture. She has photographs. She has lamps that look like beaver. She has statues of beaver, books of beaver. You name it, she has it. And I'll tell you what, she did break the record.
That's a lot of beavers, I'll tell you. In one place.
I wonder if she lives in a dam.
I have no idea, but I guarantee with that much, she never has to go beaver hunting again. In Wisconsin, a warden rescues a skunk with his head stuck in a soup can. Campbell's soup can, matter of fact.
Well, that would be tricky.
I don't know if I would want to rescue a skunk with a can over its head, because I still remember when my kids were kids. I call them kids, but they're all adults. But when they were like 10, 11, 12 years old, we were living, and they said, "Hey, Dad, there is a cat in the garbage can, and it can't get out. Go help it. Go help it." I went and helped it, all right. Took the lid off of it, and I turned it over, and boy, did I get sprayed. It was a skunk. That was no cat.
Yeah. That was one of them skunks that the blind old lady lets in the old sliding glass doors at night. Come on in, kitty.
Well, a Maryland man wins, ready for this? $75,000 jackpot from a scratch-off ticket.
I got to tell her, my strong advice, go buy another one, because those people have been winning twice there along that eastern seaboard. We know this.
Well, guess what?
Too bad that couldn't have been me.
Yeah, well, I like to have it to myself. Firefighters in Britain said crews were responding to a fire that was set at a pig farm caused by pigs eating it doesn't make sense what it says, the perimeter. I guess what happened is the farmer was burning rubbish around a certain area, and the pigs decided to go and eat it, which then caused the fire to go across the perimeter and then set the whole field on fire.
Wow.
What a mess.
Well, guess what? Definitely. Could you imagine a horse escapes and runs down the middle of a freeway? Well, that happened in Australia.
That could be dangerous right there. Now, I wonder if that horse was drinking.
Well, maybe they should have pulled it over and give it a variety test.
Exactly.
I wonder, I just bought a new cow. I wonder if it runs faster than my cow.
Well, you bought a cow?
I'm just kidding. I was from the cow gun over the speed limit.
Yeah, well, can you imagine a cow? I can't believe, seriously, law enforcement, number one, giving a sobriety test to a donkey. I was flabbergasted when I read that, but it was true.
Yeah.
And then giving a cow, running down the highway. Now, why didn't they just call animal control, capture the thing, and then cite the owner? Okay, well, maybe that town likes giving people tickets, and that's how it supports itself. I don't know. But they give this cow a ticket. Well, actually, they gave the owner the ticket for speeding. Now, I would take that to court. Could you imagine you go up, number one, you go up there, why am I getting a ticket? Is this a cow? That's the same if I have my kid gets a ticket. Do I have to pay it? No, unless he's a minor. Exactly. Yeah, I would. But if he was not a minor, then, he's responsible. That cow should be responsible for getting a speeding ticket, not the owner.
Yeah. Well, I guess if that's the case, you can, like, say you're driving a Mustang or a Bronco, you get pulled over. You say, hey, it wasn't my fault. Give the ticket to my Mustang or Bronco. They ran away. they had a mind of their own.
If you're on it, that's not going to fly. But could you imagine if he has a ticket, the cow has a ticket, was issued the ticket, and then it was given to the owner? I would definitely take I wouldn't even bother taking a shovel with me. I would take the cow into the court, because the cow at that point would have a right to defend itself. And then the judge can ask, and the prosecutor can ask, were you speeding? And you know what? The cow's going to give him something in return. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch.
Yeah. And that comes at randomly. You never know.
No. Surprise, Judge. Here's your ticket. Now, Ryan. What is going on with UFOs and cryptids this week?
Well, UFOs, I get quite a bit of sightings, but I'm only going to read a couple here for you. Cryptids, I didn't get too much this week. The only one I got cryptid sent to me was a goat man sighting, and I was actually working with the person because he said he had a photo of it, but once I asked for the photo, I asked for the witness's name as well, who took the photo. Then he stopped talking to me. So just a lesson learned for all you guys. Don't believe everything until you get all the facts together. So, but in UFO news, we got first one here is out of Tennessee. This guy's name's Jason. He said him and his mother were driving home here, I guess the one night, and he said it was about 12:30 at night. They were at a red light. Now, he said a saucer shape came in, and he said they could swear they could see a light on inside this craft. Now, he says he saw two entities move back and forth. Now, his mother said the same thing. And I asked him, can you describe what they were? He said they looked like grays, the regular grays. But he also said there was something taller in there. But it was just a silhouette of this thing. He said he couldn't make out what it was. I asked if he took a photo, and he said no. So there's the bummer. But he's going to write me back. I asked him a couple other questions. He's going to get back to me. Now, that happened out of Nashville, Tennessee, about 12:30 a.m. about 2 nights ago. So,
interesting.
Pretty interesting.
I always like the ones, Ryan, where they say, I'm going to get the picture to you in the next day or so, but it never happens.
That's how it always is. That's the only bad part about being an investigator when you're doing this stuff. Usually it's either they do get a photo back to you and it's blurry and it's not even worth showing, or two, they don't get back to you because you asked too many. It seems like you're digging too much, So like in the goat man incident, I asked, he said his buddy had taken a photo. So I said, I need your buddy's name and I'd like to talk to your friend, or your friend email me. And sure enough, that's where the conversation ends, because either he was hoaxing or he, who knows, maybe he was too scared to give it to me. But, it's been a couple days. So, it's a bummer part of this whole thing.
That's what happens. I get a lot of emails, for the show, and people, saying, hey, I got a picture of a UFO, or I got a picture of an alien. And they'll sit there and seriously do a 3-page typed, email to me about what the encounter was like, what the alien was doing, what they were doing, the weather, all this stuff. And then as soon as you ask them, well, okay, can you send me the picture? You don't hear nothing more.
Exactly. That's exactly what I get to. I think the longest email I got was, it had to have been 7 paragraphs long. And you're right, same exact thing. Nothing. Got nothing back.
Well, you get used to it, though. But occasionally, I do get photographs, and then out of the photographs, I'll say, I think I've seen that one before. Then it bugs me. And I'm sure it does the same thing to you, Ryan. Then I'll go search the internet, for UFO photos, and then I find it.
Yep. Same thing here. Happens all the time, too. Matter of fact, the last one that I got was, it was the Phoenix Lights, but I knew right away it was the Phoenix Lights. So
Yeah,
it's a bummer.
that's a dead giveaway on the Phoenix Light. You know that.
For sure. For sure. I got another one here, though, real quick. It actually ties into what your topic's going to be about tonight. It's from, her name's Julie, and she lives in Cleveland. Now, she wrote me and said that her and her sister were out smoking a cigarette, and I guess her sister just got done graduating some school, or no, break, I'm sorry. Her sister was home on break, and they were outside smoking, and they hadn't been drinking or anything. Now, she says they saw a craft in the sky. Now, right away, they both said they got an image in their heads of this already happening to them. And I said, what do you mean by that? She said, I could swear this already happened to us when we were younger, the same exact image. I said, so you guys were smoking when you were younger? And she said, no, minus the cigarettes. I said, okay. She goes, but same exact porch, everything. She goes, but it seems like that it was the same exact craft, but we were both outside at the same time. She goes, and then she said it took off. And then she said 2 weeks later, they're outside again, and the same thing happened, and they both got the same thing in her head. So basically what she was getting to was, it was she was trying to say it was like a time travelist, a UFO that was coming back that they'd already seen in the past. It was just, I don't know. She said it had something to do with time travel, and it was really making my mind go crazy after that. Because after the third one, I was like, this is getting really hard to follow. So, but I'm still in contact with her. She's a very nice lady, so I'm gonna follow up with her and get the final, final story on that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else?
All right,
go ahead.
Yeah, I got two more for you.
Okay.
Sorry. I got one from North Carolina. It's a triangle sighting. It said this guy's name's Matt, and this happened right where the Brown Mountain Lights are. He said, but it was a triangle craft. He said him and his father were driving home from a football a football dinner, and as they pulled into the driveway, they saw three lights over top of his house. His dad got out. He actually heard his dad cussing, and he got out and looked up, and sure enough, there were three lights. All of a sudden, a red light in the middle turned on, and it blinked. And that's when he got back into the truck, and his dad said, "No, get out and look at this with me." And he was going to go grab his camera, he said. But he said as soon as he touched his camera, all the lights went out, and it disappeared. So that's the end of that one, and I've heard that several times. I'm sure you guys have as well.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. All right, and our last one here is from Minneapolis. Sorry, go ahead.
We got to save that for after the break. Now, we'll be back in 2.5 minutes. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio.